Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. You can also find a way to take it to the stupid. Now listen, I understand Deontay Wilder and Zhang. Huge fight coming up this weekend. Zhang opening up as the betting favorite. It only makes sense. But I'll tell you what, former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, he seems to have different plans. And he doesn't quite agree with him opening up as the underdog. Now, the rest of this year has already been mapped out for Deontay Wilder. If he gets past Zhang now, he'll be fighting on the Terrence Crawford-Madrimov undercard against Jared Anderson. And just depending on how that goes, maybe the end of this year for Riyadh season, he could be on that card, possibly facing AJ. Just depends on how things work out. But first and foremost, he has to get past Zhilei Zhang. Now, we saw what happened last year in December when he faced Joseph Parker. We all were left wondering, what the hell was that? Because although many people struggle to give Deontay Wilder credit as a boxer, they would always say, if that man gets in the ring, at some point in time, if he lands, the fight's over. And that was the first time we've seen Deontay Wilder. It's not even a matter of him not landing. He didn't even try to land. I blame Freaky Maliki, his coach. Going into this weekend, if Deontay Wilder wins, I cannot give Freaky Maliki credit for Deontay Wilder getting a victory. Now you're probably saying, well, damn, Hood Champion, you need to hold your horses, don't take it to the stupid. Freaky Malik is his trainer. So Wilder gets the miracle upset, because that's what a lot of people see it as. And you gotta give credit to Freaky Maliki. I say hold your horses. Nah, I don't. And you know why? Because of what Deontay Wilder said. See, most people, they don't listen to these interviews with these guys talk. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really watch a lot of the videos and stuff. I don't have that much time in the day, man. I'm too busy with my kids. But what I will tell you is, I will, for certain fighters and certain events coming up, try to manage my time better to kind of be up to speed on with some of these interviews and what they're saying. When Deontay Wilder came out and said there were things he stopped doing, didn't want to really listen, didn't want to do the things that he was doing to become a champion. He said after that Parker loss, that made him realize he needs to go back and become a gym rat and do all the things he was doing before that resulted in him becoming a WBC champion. And he's back doing those things. And when he said that, the light bulb went off. I said, there you go, Deontay. You just told us that goddamn freaking Maliki was your downfall. Because that's how I heard it. You may have heard something differently. This man said he had to go back to doing all the things that he did to become the WBC champion. And guess what, people? Who was in his training camp leading him to success? Mark Breland. But this doesn't mean he's bringing Mark Breland back physically. But you better believe what Mark Breland was trying to instill in him with Jay Diaz, that it's back. Now, does that mean Wilder's going to win? No. Does that mean the Hood Champion is giving him a better chance? Yeah, I actually think if Deontay Wilder can actually recapture 50% of that with his speed and power, I think Wilder may have something. Especially when you look at Freaky Maliki. Of course, it's hard for me to give him any credit with anything, but this may be a situation where Freaky Maliki, maybe there's a positive to having him in the camp. Because he has Wilder kind of thinking and being okay with, and I know this sounds crazy, but losing rounds. But when you wrap it all up and deliver it, Wilder losing the first 4 rounds may not be necessarily a bad thing, because we know when it comes to stamina, Wilder's stamina is 100 times better than the Big Bang Jane. So losing the first 3-4 rounds may not matter if Wilder can start to pick it up 5, 6, 7, and then possibly get a knockdown or knockout. Because we know Zhang, it's not a matter of him gassing out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just seems to lose focus of everything. You know what I'm saying? Only thing Zhang seems to keep his mind on a little bit is just not just totally collapsing in the ring. But as far as offense and winning rounds, he doesn't seem to really put that much of a focus on that after about round 6. So if Wilder can get him to the point where he's sucking air, Zhang's in trouble. But at the same time, Zhang still has knockout power from the first second of the first round to the last second of the last round. Wilder does too, but the problem is Zhang has it in both hands. So with Zhang, he hitting Wilder with a bing bing. Wilder just hitting him with a bomb squad. And I think that may be enough. Wilder lost to Parker, man. That defeat to Parker sounds like it woke Wilder up. But my man is pushing 40. So I'm really not sure how common it is for somebody to kind of about face when you're damn near 40. And whether you find the fountain of youth, I don't care if you take a cup of that fountain of youth water and you sip it. I don't care if you goddamn splash it in your face. Shit, you can dive in and swim in that motherfucker. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be enough for Wilder to return to form of what he was. But I tell you what, a big win this weekend. I think a guy like Wilder, who sounds like he's not going to be discouraged, you could see him secure a huge showdown with possibly AJ, possibly Usyk, maybe even Fury again. But I guess we won't know until we see this weekend. I do know that Eddie Hearn, he's able to manipulate Deontay Wilder. And it doesn't mean it's bad now. Wilder is sitting there like a child in awe of his father when Eddie Hearn is next to him. Watch Deontay Wilder sitting there all submissive and subdued and looking up, batting his eyes at Eddie Hearn and so happy to be there. Because Eddie Hearn is just there manipulating him. And not in a bad way. He made sure, it's like, you know what? I need to be able to control this guy. So what did Eddie Hearn do? He said, you know what? I'm going to make him the captain of the team. He's going to get to wear the badge over his heart. He's going to lead these guys into war. He's going to be made to feel like somebody. Wilder, you're somebody. Bomb squad is okay. If you want to kill him, go kill him, leader. The captain of the team. Salute. And Wilder is eating that shit up, isn't he? Yeah, I'm the leader, and most people don't know, because what was killing me was my lack of inactivity. It was a lot of lack of inactivity, and now I no longer have that problem because I no longer have the lack of inactivity, so I'm back. But I tell you what, I can say a lot of things about old Wilder. I'm not trying to alibi for him. I'm not his cheerleader. We definitely want to make excuses for his last performance. But although I feel Zhang, my mind tells me Zhang gonna win that fight because I'm a goddamn. I boxed. I understand. So my mind says there's no way in the world Wilder gets in there and beats Zhang. Just there seems to be something wrong there. He's depressed. Word is he's going through a divorce. Doesn't seem to be happy. He seems to be talking the talk. Hasn't proved that he can walk the walk anymore. He seems to be all over the place. But I'm gonna sit there and say Wilder came into the sport of boxing for his daughter, and I think he's tapping into some of that motivation for this fight. And with his speed and his reach, I think Wilder, he can get to Zhang. And he can put Zhang down and out. But Zhang can do it too. But I don't know. I just feel whatever the certain things that were bogging him down in that Parker fight, I think he's gonna be able to pull the trigger this time. We already know Zhang is locked and loaded, but I think Wilder can get to him. But I'm gonna be watching. I want to see what goes wrong. Because I see freaking Maliki has this, they have like a broomstick, and on the end of it, they have a glove. And it looks like this, it looks like this. This shit looks like the shake weight. You know that weight where they hold it in the middle and it shakes up and down, man, and it looks like you're doing something else instead of trying to exercise with it. So they got this goddamn long, like, weird shake weight contraption, and they keep shaking it in Wilder's face. And well, I don't know what the hell it's what purpose it serves, but goddamn, when I watch that, I'm like, Wilder's gonna lose this fight, but I don't know. And maybe you need to have these new innovative ways of doing things, and maybe I'm old school. But I tell you what, as long as Wilder is willing to play the long game with Zhilei Zhang and just get out of the danger zone in the first 4 rounds, I think he may be able to get that shot in that he needs, probably before round 7 or 8. To put him back on the map and have him as a threat, again, in the heavyweight division. And not just a threat, but to have everybody respecting his name. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, Zhang is clever. He has IQ, silver medalist for a reason. He can fight. And Zhang's not just one punch. Zhang is 2 punches. Zhang is IQ. Zhang is cutting the ring off, putting that pressure on you. But with Deontay Wilder, and when they get in the ring on the 1st of June, I'm going to be looking to see what Wilder's going to do to make it a great fight. Is he going to look to step to him? Is he going to let Zhang come in? Is Wilder going to work that Larry Holmes jab that he has? Is he going to sit back and look to try to catch and counter, which I think would be wrong? But I'm looking to see, what's the hook looking like? What exactly he's going to do? Because I tell you what, Zhang, he gets his head right off the center line just enough for you to miss your shot and for him to counter you. And Zhang has good timing, and he's pretty accurate with his shots. But the bottom line is, Zhang's been saying Alabama power versus Chinese power. Wilder's been saying Alabama power versus Chinese power. And I'm telling you that I don't think this fight goes past 8 rounds. But if it does, that's because old Deontay Wilder then put a little Shakir Stevenson into his book. I took a page out of Shakir Stevenson's book. Wilder took some notes. And maybe he's going to say, you know what? Even if the fight's boring, I just need to win. So maybe Wilder tries to outbox his way, to outbox Zhang and on way to a decision. If he did that, some people would probably be disappointed. But isn't that what matters? At the end of the day, as long as you can eke out a win, that's all that matters. And we're going to find out if Wilder has what it takes to get that victory. But it ain't going to be easy, because them first four rounds, in my opinion, you heard the saying, right? Swim without getting wet. Well, it's not about him swimming without getting wet. It's about swimming without getting eaten by a man, without getting consumed by a man-eating crocodile. You out there in a river with a man-eating crocodile, and you got to somehow be able to maneuver and out-IQ, out-wit, out-slick this man-eating crocodile that's coming for you. Can Deontay Wilder do it? I don't know. But when I really look at his fight, Waters fought big guys. He's fought strong guys. He's fought guys who could crack. Not necessarily from the southpaw stance. I mean, he had Luis Ortiz, but he never really fought no one that big and strong from the southpaw stance. But Jenks never fought anybody with the speed, the athleticism, and the power of Wilder. And that's why I think Wilder can get there. Super fast hands, but he's got to commit to his shots. If he doesn't commit to his shots, he's in trouble. And I'm telling you right now, when you take a look and put them next to each other, they look like the goddamn number 10. Wilder is the 1, Zhang is the 0. Super, super slim Wilder and big round goddamn Zhang. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. The inactivity of Wilder led to him becoming a gym rat, and he said he's more than ready for the showdown with Zhang, and he's going to knock him out. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.